Oh wait, there we are. Woo! Oh my god. Can, can you hear me? Can you guys can you am I coming through on this microphone? I just want to get confirmation before I start going. Welcome everyone, if you can in fact hear me. It says that it's showing up on the okay, audio is clear. Awesome. What you are witnessing right now is is a miraculous uh a miraculous thing. So the reason the stream is starting 30 to 40 minutes late is because technology is made by the devil, and my webcam, which was perfectly functional yesterday, is decide. Oh my god, my fucking neighbor is sawing. Close the window. There we go. My webcam, which was perfectly functional yesterday, decided. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this piece of shit. Look at this bitch. Decided that it was going to stop working entirely. I redid my. I updated my drivers. I updated the driver. I checked if there were updates for the webcam drivers. I checked if there was updates for my video drivers. I restarted my computer like 3 times. Absolutely nothing. I tried everything I could that I could think of within like a 30-minute span. Nothing worked. So, in a rush, over the last like 10 minutes, I have been trying to figure out how to use my phone as a webcam, which I've never done before. So you're seeing me in freakishly high quality now, I think. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, I am a fan of a card game, a trading card game called Flesh and Blood, the best trading card game on the market. And the new set came out, and I want to open it on stream, but with a little bit of a twist. And I'm going to tell you about it. So, I have in my hands right here a booster box. This contains 24 packs and one I believe it's 24 packs and one special pack called a gold pack, which we'll get to that in a second. So, the idea is that this is the Flesh and Blood booster box punishment game. So, the better that I open, the worse my punishment is. And it's going to be it's a mounting punishment. What I have here is a glass, as of now empty. Now, depending on what I open in the 24 packs, I will receive we're going to craft a horrifying concoction, and I will begin. So, let's talk about the rarities of Flesh and Blood. You know what? I'm gonna turn off the camera real quick, just to make this easier on myself. For the moment. Okay, so there are like four main. There are four main card rarities, and each one is going to change which ingredient we add. So, common is the lowest. It will be nothing because most of the packs are commons. At rare, I will be adding a shot of water. At majestic, I will be adding a splash of ketchup. Now, most of the time, the best you're going to get is a majestic. But there are a couple of chase legendary... Whoops. Oh my god. Legendary cards, which will be getting me a spurt of olive oil. There is a single card in the set, which is called a quote-unquote fabled, which will be getting me extra olive oil. What was the next part of the... right, okay. So these are the main, what I guess you'd call the frequency rarities. I don't know what you would call it, right? This is what the little signifier at the bottom of the card, you know, common, rare, majestic, and then legendaries and one fabled. Now, this game has a mixed rarity system, meaning that not only do they come in these like frequency rarities, whatever you want to call them, they also have different foilings. There are two different kinds of foilings, and in fact, basically any card can appear in any foiling. So, the first one is wait, wait, I got ahead of myself. There are a certain amount of so-called marvels. Marvels are essentially alternate, like, full art versions of cards. If I open a marvel, that's a soy sauce. If I open a rainbow foil, the regular, I guess, like, the first tier of foiling, that's milk. And then finally, if I open the super fancy cold foil, which is like a cool, I have a couple on hand. I might show off what that looks like. That's pepper. I got some black pepper here. Now, I will mention, I'm gonna mention there's actually one extra secret, not really secret. It's not a secret thing. There is one, there is one very special potential thing that we get out of this. So I mentioned that in this box, there are 24 packs and regular booster packs and one gold pack. I think they're calling them treasure packs. Those essentially have, those are like special, usually like promo stuff. So there are 3 cards in each treasure pack. One of them is like, they call them like puzzle cards or whatever. They're like art cards and you put them together to make like a treasure map because it's like a pirate themed set. One of them is like a, one of them is like a token. So like, there's tokens that you can open, but this is like a special alt art version of the token. And one of them is just a card from a pool of cards, right? But I think most of them have some kind, they're either like a cold foil or like a Marvel version. I don't quite remember. So I am not going to be adding anything for those because those are basically guaranteed in the pack. That's not interesting. However, there's a little bit of a special twist with this set that they did to add to the pirate theme. So, for High Seas, this set, the creator of the game, James White, Jimmy Blanco as I call him, has personally taken out 45, I believe, cards from his own personal collection and signed them and placed them in the treasure packs at random. So there's 43 one-of-one signed cards. And if we get a signed card, and I'm serious about this, balls on stream. Balls on stream. Okay? That's how serious this is. That's how serious this is. So these are the rules that we're working with. Okay, now I am going to attempt to hello, by the way, everybody who's shown up to the stream so far. I've been in a state of duress trying to get this up and running. The ominous fluid containment device, yeah, that's what we're gonna be filling. Explain this in mouthwashing terms. I'm gonna need some mouthwash. Okay, so let's change the camera. Nope. Flip the camera. Okay. I'm balancing this precariously on a DVD box set of 50 sci-fi classics. So, and another 50 sci-fi classics movie pack. The second before you said balls on stream, the room went quiet. I'm the only... Oh, it's your room. I thought you meant my room. I mean, yeah. I'm the only one. It's for dramatic effect. All right. So, I might move my... I'm going to move my... microphone. That's what it is. All right, let's open this baby up. I really wanted to splurge out on this set because I love Fab. This is actually... No, this is not the first set that's come out after I started playing. This is the second, but this is the first one to contain a class that I play. If you don't know, Flesh and Blood is a hero-based card game where you essentially build your deck around a central hero card. And then the attacks that you play are meant to represent it's like supposed to be a one-on-one battle between two characters. It's the closest thing to a fighting game that card games get, besides maybe like, what is it called, universes? I don't know. I scooch this a little. Ooh, where's the center mass? Heroes in this game fit into different... They're arranged into different classes, which dictate which cards are able to run. I mainly play Ranger. I got this box specifically. I chose this one because this is the new Ranger hero, and there's a lot of cool Ranger support in this set. So if I'm able to get any Ranger stuff, I'm gonna be happy. Oh my god, my phone is buzzing, and it's like... Oh my... Okay. Okay, my phone is buzzing, and it was like gonna fall down. Alright, let's crack this baby open. It's like actually already technically cracked open just because of being in my bag. Alright. Woo! Alright. Here's the treasure pack. Wow, wow. We're gonna lay that off to the side. We're gonna open that last. Here's the whole box. Wait. Can I put like a counterweight? Oh, I'm gonna grab my wallet. Yeah. That's what I'll do. Alright. Yeah, there we go. My wallet is so heavy because I carry 1,000 coins on me at all times. Alright. I'll just lay this in my lap. Alright, let us begin. What's the most convenient way to do this? I guess I'll add to it as we go. I guess I will add to the drink as we go. Let me see if I can get it in frame. Oh god, stuff's spilling off my desk. There we go. You'll be able to see it. Alright. First pack, baby. Oh. Fab uses these really nice. They're paper. I like them a lot. Are those 1,000 coins gold or silver? They're pennies, baby. Pennies. Okay. First pack. So most of the pack is just commons. Scouting shot. Okay. I like the crab. This one's got crab hands. So this is the first set to introduce both necromancers and pirates. It's a dual class set. And so there is a pirate necromancer in this set, which is pretty cool. And all of his attacks, he like summons allies and stuff. He's one of the only classes in the game that summons allies. They're all like ghost zombie pirates. It's pretty fun. The plank, headstone, hoist them up. All right. This is pretty good. It's a pirate necromancer block. I'm not planning on playing the necro. And then so that's... Oh shit. Okay, 2 rares. The HM... Oh, 2 rares, and you can't really see it, but that's a foil. So already... What the fuck? Ah, sticky fingers. What? This is another new card type they're adding. It's an offhand ally or companions. So there's a hero that is able to get a little octopus named Sticky Fingers. That's fun. Okay, so already first pack. And what are we adding? We've got 2 rares and a rainbow foil. That doesn't show up on... You can kind of... Ooh, yeah, now you can see it. Now you can see it. Okay, so that's 2 shots of water. And... Oh, fuck, milk. God damn it. Okay. How do I do this? How do I do this cleanly without getting shit everywhere? Fuck. Man, I do not have enough space. I'll move this over here. Alright, I'm not gonna pour it over the cards. I'm not gonna... Alright. There's shot 1. I'm just using my water bottle as a measure. shot 2. Careful. Whoa. Oh, fuck. Oh, oh, God. Oh, God, it's spilling. My hands are trembling. Okay, shot 2. This is a fucking... This is a mistake. Okay, fuck. And milk? God damn it. I have to lift this milk. Okay, I have to, like, wipe off my desk. It's just my shirt. Okay, I'll put the cards I've opened over here. Just put the packs over there. Fuck. This milk jug is big. Oh, why did I fucking get a gallon of milk? Shit. Okay. And... Hey, Penny Vodka. Okay. How much is a shot of milk? Oh, that's way too fucking much. Oh, fuck. That is way too much. That is not a shot. God damn it. Is this an eating stream now? No. We're filling the drink for the first... The first pack. Shit. Okay, I gotta really fucking cut back on the rest of them. That's like enough milk for so much. That's for every rainbow foil? Fuck. Does a full game consist of a single one-on-one battle, or are there multiple teams of heroes, multiple rounds? It's just a single, it's just single 1v1. Which, granted, tends to take, I would say average game length is like maybe 40 to 50 minutes. Alright. Second pack. We're only 2 packs in. Alright, baby. Show me some, there's a couple cards I really want to get. The Harpoon cards for the Rangers is cool. Another Scouting Shot. Mainly looking for another Shelly. Good shot. Maybe Yellow Nimblism. Quartermaster's Boots. Another, okay. Pretty typical. Oh, shit. Another 3 rares. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. Kuda, Vasti, and then... Oh! And that's another foil. That's another rainbow foil. Okay, fuck. So, 3 shots of water and 1 fucking shot of milk. Okay, let's go. Sorry I'm cursing. I've been in a state of duress. Dude, this was a bad idea. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, eyeball it. 1, 2... Oh, fuck, it's gonna fill up way too fast. I put in so much milk. 3... Dude, I did not know how much. I did not know. Look at how fucking full it is already. You can't really tell. But it's like, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna go, like, dump a little bit of this, just to drain some of the milk out. Okay. I dumped out, like, a decent amount of it, and I'm just gonna try to hold back on... We're just gonna put a little spritz. We're gonna put a little spritz. I'm sensing a theme, a watery, milky theme. Look, if all goes well, if I get off with the lightest punishment, then I'll just be drinking kind of watered down milk. Okay, there we go. Okay, that should be manageable. Just a little bit at a time. That's actually, I don't know if the rates are different, but this feels like a little... Where's the box? I feel like I'm getting more rares than I expected. Alright, okay, next pack. Oh, Gravy, but that's his name. That's the pirate necromancer. His name is Gravy Bones. Common card, just a little chapstick. Alright. Let's see, another headshot. Don't really need a headshot. Angry Bones. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Red Sikkim Shot. Not too many commons that I'm, like, super jonesing for. Saltwater swell. Oh boy, okay. First rare. Second rare. Third rare, and it's a fucking foil? What the fuck? Did I completely... God damn it. Hey, big man, quick question. Why? Thought it would be fun. Fuck, okay, another 3 shots of water. Dude, if I just totally screwed up and this is just the normal distribution for these packs. Okay, 3 shots of water and 1 milk. Okay, fuck. One. I'll call that 3. That was like a 1.5. And you know, I don't think I'm gonna be missing it. Just a little bit of milk. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, pack number 3. Still haven't gotten not a single Majestic. Not a single Magi. Alright, pack number 3. Ugh. Ugh. You're gonna be so hydrated till the marble card hit. What flavor of water are we working with? Tap water from my sink. Alright. Okay, just like, oh, red burley bun's good. Don't need more ravenous rabbles. Do not. There's some decent reprints in this set. Okay. First, okay, rare, and a common rainbow foil. All right. Red flying high is pretty good. Oh, the scuba. This is scuba. He's a scuba doo. All right. Red spine manta. The last 2 cards in the pack are always like tokens. They're just little like bonus things essentially. All right. Okay, so water. Fucking goddamn it. Water, milk. One. That's enough. That's definitely enough. Okay. Oh god. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so buff by the end of this. I have to pick up this fucking gallon of milk every single time. I also like don't want to use up all the milk. Just a little bit. I don't want my family to be mad at me. Yo, Seller, I've been catching up with your vids again. I'll always love the blend of the scripted delivery of jokes mixed with the genuine and shock and amazement of goofy shit happening in the games. Thank you, Mr. Nice Voice. All right. Pack number 4, 5? I lost count. It's not that hard to count. All right. Oh, another red burly bones. Nice. It's fine. Good salvage shot's fine. Light fingers. All right. Rare. Dude, I feel like I have to... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. There's quite a bit in this pack. Fuck. Okay. Rare. Rainbow. Rare. 2 rares, a rainbow, and a fucking rainbow foil majestic? God damn. Big M there, first majestic of the box. Oh boy, okay. Okay, 2 rares. This one's not. I like this art a lot. I like the guy who's like, get a lot of this guy, am I right? He's like, haha. Alright. 2 shots of water. Wow, okay, 2 shots of water, 2 shots of milk. Oh god, and our first catch up. God damn it. Okay. Okay. That should be enough water. Milk. Okay. Unfortunately, this is a lot of this is going to be off camera. And our first... Okay. You know what? I'll give you guys the view. I'll give you guys the... Oh boy. Are these legally distinct Magic cards? No, this is Flesh and Blood. An actually completely different game that plays nothing like Magic. Does this count as masochism? A little. Okay. I'll just do like a little... Oh god. Oh god, okay. Oh, I can see it. You know what? At the end, I'll like stir it up. Can I see it? Oh, I can see it at the bottom of the glass. Okay. Alright, well, I have a friend who'll be wanting this Palantir Aeronaut. It's probably one of the more valuable cards. Let me put this here. Okay. Pack number 6, 7, something like that. Okay. Blue calling the big guns. Don't really need that. Oh, red sirens. Okay. Orange. Okay. Ooh, red fin harpoon. Nice. I needed that. So first rare. Red fin harpoon. And a foil common. All right. Swift shot. Looks pretty nice in foil. Let me see if you can see. Look at the... It looks really nice on the water, actually. And red fin harpoon. That's a good one. I wanted that. I just noticed the box, the top left corner. I kind of hope you get a signed card. Balls on screen. You mean that? No, I'm dead serious. Balls on stream. Balls on stream. Okay. So two rares and a foil. Dude, I should not have fucking actually put something for the rare slot. That should be enough. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound. It's off camera. So I can... My arms are going to be sore from lifting all this crap. Okay. There we go. I'm just adding a little bit. All right. Next pack. Everything's wet. Everything's wet. And the water dribble. I should have put like a mat down or something. Okay, here we go. I think it's vitally important you have the water on there. Yeah, I mean, just to dilute it, you know. All right. Pack the 8 or something, I think we're on 8. 3 bones. Yellow. Turbine. Bones. Dry powder shot. That's nice. I need another one of those. For life. Expedition. Walk the plank. Unicycle. More equipment. Fire in the hole. Pretty good. First rare. Sea legs. Oh, fuck. Majestic. This is pretty good in Brute. Alright, Majestic. And a foil common. Nice. Alright, well, that's our second... That's our second catch-up for the stream. Alright, so, water, ketchup, milk. That's our rotation. Guessing you actually absolutely hate milk? No, I love milk. I'm a big milk drinker. I just like didn't know what was in the house at the time. And I was like, what can I add into a drink? The shit has pirates? Sign me up. The whole new set is all about pirates. Okay. It's the first dual class set. So they're all like hybrid pirates. So there's a pirate ranger, a pirate mechanologist, and a pirate necromancer. Oh god. it's actually just the condensation from the milk jug. It's like making it really wet on the bottom. I might want to get like, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna lay like a towel. I have a towel in my room right now. I'll lay that down. Whoa, watch out. Okay, so that should maybe soak it up a little. All right. Oh, fuck the ketchup. God damn it. Okay. Dude, I can smell it. I can smell the ketchup. Not too much, just... Okay. Okay. All right. Where'd I put the box? Oh, there it is. Okay, pack. There's a lot left in here. There are quite a few. Big milk drinker? You haven't happened to work in Blizzard. No. I do not, I don't swing with milk that way. Alright. Let's give one, okay. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada. Okay. Alright, rare. Rare. Is that, no, it's a regular. And rare foil. Okay, rainbow foil. All right. So pretty standard so far. Nothing crazy. Rare foil. Okay. I feel like it would just be easier if I got like another glass to put milk in and then poured it, used that to pour it into the punishment glass. I do have a milk glass on hand because I'm a certified milk drinker. I'm gonna do that. I'd rather drink the olive oil. Well, we will at some point, maybe. Okay, I'll do that. Just because it's getting kind of burdensome. All right. 2 waters. I'm like a barkeep. 2 waters and a milk. That should be enough. Now let's add the milk. Okay. Much easier, and that might speed this up a little bit. I don't want to make it last too long. Okay, pack 10. Remember, there's 24 in here. Okay. Test of the teeth of the cog. I love Cuddy Shark. He's like a shark guy. He's a zombie shark guy. Not getting a whole lot of ranger stuff yet. Okay, we get the 2 equipments, or 1 or 2 equipments. All right. Rare, tit for tat. Second rare, drop the anchor. And foil. Okay, rare foil. Oh, the sticky fingers, nice. Okay. I watched a VTuber friend of mine do a punishment game with various ingredients. Let's see, 1, 2, okay. Mixed into milk. One of the combinations was soy sauce and milk. She said it tasted like trouser snake juice. That sounds like something they'd have in Australia. You can watch out for those trouser snakes. That shit almost killed Steve Irwin. All right, 11. 7-Eleven. Lucky number 11, I guess. Ooh, Grad calling the big guns. I needed that. Okay, pretty. Blink. All right, rare flying high. Not another rare. Not so fast. And a foil common. Swiftwater sloop. Ugh. All right. So this is like the regular, pretty regular distribution. I'm just gonna like stop sealing up my water bottle. Okay. See, we're in the swing of things now. We're in the swing of things. See, maybe if it's not a bad, if it's a bad box and it doesn't have that much high rarity stuff, then I suffer less in the end. It's a little unsettling that you are one card away from an I show meat moment. Okay, but there's only 45 in the whole world. Like, I'm not gonna pull it. Like that's the joke, right? You know? I should actually get these on camera. Okay. The HMS Marlin. Right, Marlin. Rare, and then just a foil common. All right. Okay. Regular pack. I'm slightly tempting fate every time I say that. Yeah, it's so hard to get everything on camera. You know, if I had like a working webcam that I could just point down from above, I could actually capture everything, but Logitech moment. What if you're Charlie Bucket and you pull the final one? I actually don't even know if all of them have been pulled. Usually you'll see it. You'll see it if because obviously people are going to post about it. Right. See, nettling shot. That's good. Okay. What do we get? Okay, rare. Second rare. Oh god, foil rare. Oh fuck. Expansion slot majestic. God damn it. Ah. Okay, cool. So they have so typically what they do, this is what's called an expansion slot card. So every set since I want to say like for the last several, they've been focusing it around a couple classes of the game. They used to try doing sets that were like cards for every class, and it turned out to be kind of hard to like spread the card pool all around. Also, it was impossible to do like draft, and they try to make draft like a core thing. So what they did instead is they basically focus sets around a couple classes with like 3, maybe 4 heroes, and then they have one slot in the pack that is the so-called expansion slot, and it might be host to a card for something outside of the main focus of the set. So this is a Light Illusionist card, and that's not any of the heroes in High Seas. So that's what that is, and they're all Majestics. So okay, what do we got? Okay, so rare, foil rare, 3 rares, 3 rares, a foil, and a Majestic. Okay, fuck. By the way, Tygan, while your head? Do you mean here? Oh, while you're here. Did you see / care about any of the stuff showing up in the state of play? Oh, did I? Oh, did I? What's that? 3 shots of water, a milk, and a fucking ketchup. Okay. Yeah, so I awoke in a daze So I got the video out yesterday, and I spent like most of the day um napping. I just like slept a bunch, and I actually woke up right as the state of play was ending, and I see on Discord someone just say Arxis is making a 4v4 Marvel game. And I was like, what? What is going on? Like, I didn't know if I was still asleep. Okay. There's the ketchup. Ugh. Oh boy, you can see it. You can see it right there. You can see the glob of ketchup. um, yeah, so that is fucking insane to me, and that's crazy. And that's like the most excited that people have been. This is the most excited that people have been about fighting games since Street Fighter 6 was like coming out. So that's pretty hype actually. Um Also on a side on a lesser note maybe to most people, but that Mortal Kombat Classic collection is going to make me go crazy. I don't know if they're including trilogy in it, but they at least have UMK3, and UMK3 with rollback in like an official package is like that's all I could ever ask for. That's like I've been wanting something like that for forever. I was awake and thought I was asleep. Is this the divorced dad's TCG? Well, rich dad number 1. Um Bro, he would want to know about that. He would want to know. No, this is Flesh and Blood. Let's see. Rusty Harpoon. I don't know why they designed this. I don't know why this card exists. A 0 for 1? A 0 for 1 vanilla? It's like a harpoon and an arrow. But what? Okay, Barnacle. Love Barnacle. Alright. Strike gold. Okay, let's see. Whoa. Rare. Rare. Foil common. Okay. Okay. It's been kind of a bit of a quiet box. I went to a pre-release event, and I opened kind of crazy well. I opened like one of the most valuable cards in the set at the pre-release. Dude, I might actually have to go drain the glass soon. Like it's filling up a lot. It's like close to full, and we have quite a few packs left. We're only like halfway through. Okay. Next pack. Tactics remake. Oh yeah, Tactics remake. That's crazy. That feels like big news. I don't think they needed to include Trilogy since Trilogy was more or less UMK3. You say that, but there are actually Trilogy exclusive characters. Also, Trilogy has a really weird thing about it where that was like the console version, right? That was a console exclusive game, and it was on PS1 and N64. But both of them have like weird technical stuff. Like they literally run differently to the degree where the characters actually have different frame data. It's really odd. So it would be nice to get some kind of like definitive edition of Trilogy, just because it actually like the very meager community that like classic MK has is already like split between two versions. My favorite is MK3, but yeah. Great job on conveying the psychopathy in the latest vid. Loved you reading excerpts from the book. Thank you, thank you. I mean, that's what I was trying to communicate. All right. Okay, pretty average. Mostly looking for Ranger stuff. And maybe a couple of the chase cards in this. All right. Austin Transit, a rare. Another rare. Foil common. Okay. Trilogy is worse because the frame data is fucked compared to UMK3. Yeah, and I don't know. Trilogy is such a cool idea, you know? It's like it feels like it should be the Marvel 2 of MK. But It's not? It's not, weirdly. There's no like one central, this is the big throw everything together game, which it was definitely the intent, but it's just the weird technical stuff means that in the long run, like dude, from a casual perspective, yeah, sure. It's that, right? But in terms of games that a lot of people are going to go back and play for like form a community around, unfortunately split. Okay. Da-da-da. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, it's a sinker. I like these cards. I like they released like a series of 3 of these cards for Ranger that kind of do similar things but with different bonuses. Hook, line, and sinker, and you can line them up. You can line them up. Sinker. Paddle faster. Another rare. Well, common. All right. Don't mind getting another sinker. 2 shots water. And shot of milk. The craziest part is that they're including Deadly Alliance on Game Boy. Actually, yeah, the handheld ports are actually very cool. I like that they included those, even if they're very crunchy. Not a lot of people always jump towards handheld ports that are basically like scaled down demakes of games. They were a very necessary part of a lot of people's childhoods. But now that like hardware is so much more powerful and you don't have to worry about that, everyone just jumps straight to like whatever the console version was, whatever the main version was. So there's actually like not a lot of care for preserving the old portable version. So I actually like that. Armageddon's the MVC2 of MK. It's the MVC. Armageddon is the Marvel 2 of 3D MK. But classic arcade MK with that style of gameplay, or I mean, the MK3 style, which is what most, like, I don't know, fighting game players are going to be wanting to go for. I love Swabby. I like Swabby a lot. Another Swift Shot. I think I have a full set of these in red. Actually, no, they're all in red. Yeah. They didn't do as many color cycles this set, which I don't necessarily mind, because there's a lot of times color cycles just end up being like, well, I don't want to run the yellow. No one understands what I'm talking about if you don't play this game. All right, Cogworks Zeppelin, rare. Oh, baby, let's go. This is a chase card for this set. It is a majestic, which means I'm going to be taking another shot of ketchup. Conqueror of the High Seas. This is a pirate action. Pirate attack. Just a big fuck you pirate ship. If you pitch two blues to pay for the cost. Does it get 8? It gets 8 and go again, which is crazy. And a foot. Oh my god! And an expansion slot majestic. Crazy. Jesus Christ. Common rare. All right, so a bit of a pop-off pack on that one. Okay, what am I looking at? Rare, 2 majestics, and a foil. Okay. So, shot of water. Shot of milk. And 2 shots ketchup. Ugh. Personally thought MK2 was the best anyway. A lot of people like MK2. It's definitely, I think it's interesting that they had, okay, I gotta like portion this out real quick. 1, 2. God, can you hear the sploosh? Can you guys hear the sploosh when it drops in? A lot of people like MK2. This is a very hype pull. Also, what does this do again? This is a ninja. Enters with a balance count at the beginning of your action. Twice with a balance counter. Hero abilities can't create cards. Tokens or cards. Okay, Kind of like a specific tech card for ninjas. Might be okay. Call it the Peter Popoff pack. Preferred the simpler fighting where you had to explore your own types of offense compared to the dial-up combo system. Yeah, I'm a big fan of combo games. That's just my thing. Some people prefer, like, I know MK2 has the much slower kind of paced out neutral and all that. It's much more of a normals based game. So is Deadly Alliance actually, but I just have a lot of fun as I love just UMK3 is like one of the coolest games to do combos in. Just the way that things string together in that game are so cool. I love it. All right. Let's switch shot. I don't know what NIMBY is supposed to mean. I guess nimble? There's a lot of synergy with another card called Nimbleism, which is just like a kind of like vanilla +3 attack buff. All right. Swindler's Grift. All right. Rare. Another rare. Foil common. Jittery Bones. Ooh. Rattle, rattle. All right. Two rares and a foil. Standard. I gotta be so careful about, like, this is how full it is. This is how full it is right now. I gotta be really careful. Okay. And the milk. There we go. Peter Popoff is unironically a badass username for a fighting game player. My Armageddon comment was mostly a joke. No, I think you're accurate. I mean, that was the big smash everything together game. Smash all your action figures together. A common. A rainbow foil common. Yeah, so I mean, Fab has a mixed rarity system, so like any card can appear in foil, which technically drives the value up. I mean, a foil common is just might be worth half a dollar, depending on how good it is. There's some very nice, calling the big guns red. There are some nice really good commons, and maybe in foil those are more valuable. It's awkward to like fit all the cards in here. Go for a blow. Swindler's Grift. Washed up wave. He's washed. He's washed. Saltwater Swell. Rare. What else do we got? Hey, Yellowfin Harpoon. Another rare, but I need this. And Rally the Coast Guard. Oh, okay, that is a foil. The foiling's really subtle. It's just on, like, you can kind of see it. It's just on, like, the trim of his clothes. Okay. Rare foil. So there's like 2 rares per pack. There's and at least 1 foil card, which I think they might swap out with something else if it's in the expansion slot. It's a lot of milk. It's a lot of milk. Surprised hot sauce or sriracha is not part of this punishment. Oh, I didn't even think of hot sauce. We got soy sauce. So, actually, I mean, putting hot sauce in the milk would actually probably completely cancel it out. Like, it might taste kind of gross, but you wouldn't be getting any heat. You can kind of see the foil in the clouds. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. I don't even know what pack we're on. How many more do we have? There's still like there's still like 10 left. Okay. Ooh, Chowder, the hearty cook. This is one of the pirate necromancer guys that you can summon. Red headshot or red shot. Red Restless Bones, Red Scouting Shot. It would be nice to get a playset for most of the Ranger cards. I don't mind that. Thieving Varmints. I forgot Scar for a Scar is getting reprinted, which is weird. There's like an alternate version of Scar for a Scar called Life for a Life in this set, but they're also reprinting Scar for a Scar. Okay, let's see. We got a rare. We got a Majestic block. And a rare foil. Ooh, Avasti. Ooh, that looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. Sunken Treasure. This card is goofy as fuck. So there's a mechanic in this set. So the idea with the Necromancer, right? The new Necromancer is that he gets to play stuff. He gets to play cards with a certain keyword out of his graveyard, out of the graveyard. So the idea is that you either like discard those cards and then play them to make like more efficient hands. You then get to play them from the graveyard without having to spend a card in your hand for them. That being the ally itself. So the idea with Sunken Treasure that you can turn a card face down is you don't get to interact with that card anymore. So you can basically like turn a card off in the graveyard. So if it has any graveyard effect, you get to counter that. But it also applies, and if it's a yellow, create a gold token, which they let you like, it's like a token, you can cash it in to like draw a card. Most, if not all the allies, like the Necromancer allies, are yellow. So that's like specifically, I always thought this was like specifically a counter card for those, which I guess it is. But also we realized last night that this can like shut down a ton of stuff. There's like a character who is built around like she's a ninja and she like tosses daggers, which are like her weapon, and then she retrieves the daggers with her hero effect from the graveyard. But like this, you could just turn you could just take a dagger out of the game. It's very fucked up. Okay, anyway, we got rare, foil, Majestic. Okay. I might have to go drain it again. Thankfully, the ketchup is so heavy that it's like staying at the bottom. The glass. Okay. And a ketchup. Bruh for a bruh. Reminds me of that sealed tomb thing the hot Egyptian girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! Did. I know exactly who you're talking about, because she showed up in the anime, and I was like, this show got way better. Okay. I gotta go, but it was nice to dope in. Damn. Everyone has a good evening. You too. Hope you have a good evening. There's ketchup on my hands now. I don't want to open cards with ketchup hands. Shit. Okay. So far, we no legendaries, no cold foils, definitely no Fabled. Fableds, I mean, those are very rare. No Marvels either. So at the moment, no soy sauce. No soy sauce for me. Soy sauce? Yeah. I was trying to make like a Spanish joke. Soy sauce? See. Come back later when I have better ideas. Alright. Rare? Let's see. Let's call it. Rare, foil common? Rare, foil common. Let's go. Ishizu is one of my favorites. Her and the red-haired chick from 5Ds. What was her name? Okay. I will occasionally see fan art of that character you're talking about, the 5Ds girl. But she looks... She has a what would you call it? The splitting image, right. She used the splitting image of another character from Code Geass, I think. And I never know which one it's supposed to be in fan art. Because they look so similar. Enough that I'm pretty sure there's fan art of both of them. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, shit's spilling all over the goddamn place. My house of cards. I was stacking the cards too high. Oh, no. I gotta pick all this up now. Callan. That's her name. Oh, God. I'm like, I had a bunch of sleeves. Sleeves fell. Okay, I'm gonna like split up the stack and like move it over because it's getting too precariously high. Whatever. I'll worry about cleaning this up later. Okay. The box. Ooh, it's getting a little light now. Getting a little light. Akiza was the girl's name from 5Ds. Is it not splitting image? Splitting image to me is like you split someone in two. Spitting image. What is the spitting image? What is that supposed to mean? Like, what is that? What imagery is that supposed to evoke? Okay. Ooh, rigor mortis. I like this guy. Tangling shot. That's pretty good. Swindler's Grift. Yeah, there's Life for a Life, like the card I was talking about. Okay, another Rabble. Light Fingers. Ooh, do I see a Ranger card? Hook! Alright. What else? Ooh, Scurv! And a foil harpoon. Rusty harpoon. Yeah, so this is kind of a fun thing. So, Scurv is a hero who was like a surprise. He's not supposed to be. He's not. He was revealed like when the set got like the full reveal. So the idea is that if you go to a pre-release event where, what is this? Rare foil, yeah. So if you go to a pre-release event so the format of pre-release is basically you open a bunch of packs and then you just form a deck out of the stuff that you opened. And if you happen to open Scurv, you can make a deck of him. And he's basically just like a pure pirate. He's considered a thief, but he has like, there's like 2 cards that care about being a thief. Everything else he has is just pirate. He's the only thief in the game. And there are no thief cards technically. But the idea is that it's because he's a stowaway. You have to find him in the packs. Very fun idea. Okay. All right. Box is getting a little light. A little light. I know you've mentioned playing Yu-Gi-Oh before in a Cellarcast. Any favorite deck / archetype? Yes, my pet deck was always Cosmos. I like Cosmos a lot. I'm also a big fan of Dark Worlds / Dangers. I love the Dangers a lot, and I like that I get to play them together. And Labyrinths. I love Labyrinths. I think they're really fun. I was a big fan of like the control. I love just the fact that they were a trap focused archetype that did not they didn't have many like archetypal traps. They just, let's see if I can move this over a little bit. They just like empowered existing cool traps in the game. So that was neat. Looking at Callan and Akiza, I can see why you'd say they look alike, but they have different eye colors and builds. Mostly hair colors the same. Well, I'm a simple guy. I see anime girls are just hair colors to me. There's like green girl. Red calling the big guns. Good. Green girl. There's like, there'll be a blue girl. There'll be a red girl. That's it. That's all women are to me is hair colors. That's all my brain. That's how the only way I remember people. If I know two blonde people, I'm like, fuck. Scurv can get it. Dude, that was literally the fucking... They were calling him stupid sexy Scurv in like the dev talk. Alright, let's see. Oh, behind this card. Ooh, Copper Cog. That's funny. This is a very funny, unique card. This is considered unlimited. You may have any number of Copper Cogs in your deck. Typically, you're limited to 3 copies per card. But you can have as many of these as you want, which is kind of silly. Oh, shit. Cogworks Dovetail. A Majestic. And another Ranger, another Mechanologist card. Foil common. Okay. Well, we got three mech cards. That was the whole back of the pack. Dovetail's good. I know someone who will like that. So this is rare, majestic, foil. So that's water, milk, ketchup. We're getting a full tour. Okay. I think I gotten pretty good at like balancing the amount I'm putting in. Let me see if I can actually get it on camera. Oh, you can see the ripples. I get brewing up a sinner's smoothie, the sinner's sandwich. All right, how many packs are left in here? There's like three packs. No, 2 packs left. Oh shit! Now we move on to the gold pack, and I have to drink this bullshit. Spit was historically used to mean perfect likeness, possibly because it was said that a child looked enough like a parent to have been spit out of the parent's mouth. Okay. Imagine getting one of those sake flights, but instead of different sake, it's just 1 glass water, 1 glass milk, 1 glass ketchup. All right. Ooh. Okay, the last 2 have Marlin on the front. Gotten none of the Majestic Harpoons, which I really wanted. I guess I'll just have to settle for... I could probably sell off the Conquerors. I have a different copy of Conqueror of the High Seas. That's like a $60 card going for right now. I'll probably buy that, sell that off, hopefully. Another Chowder. Pull. Yada yada. Trade in. Alright, let's see. Seafloor Salvage. Rare? Another rare? Not even the good version of Fiddler's Green. It's the yellow version. And foil common. Alright. There's gotta be something better at the bottom of the deck, he says, knowing that he's gonna have to drink it. You've heard of eating your words before. How about drinking them? Alright. Water, milk. Dude, it's so full. Like, I'm gonna have to go drain it again in a second. Oh, I'm so... Fuck, I'm gonna have to drink this whole thing. It's so full. Sell that off to buy Marvel Tokon? No, you don't understand. I need cardboard. Okay. Last pack, baby. Before the gold pack. Let's not count it out. 0 Marvels, 0 cold foils, 0 legendary. So, you know, chances, I mean, statistically not that great. But at least it makes my life a little easier. Alright, final pack. Let's see. Let's go through all the cards. Let's go through all of them. Alright, call in the big guns. Cloud Skiff. Angry Bones. Headshot. Sky Skimmer. Battalion bark. Walk the plank. Yar. Chart a course. Rally the Coast Guard. Blue. Peg leg. All right. Helmsman's Peak. All right. These last three cards. Let's see. Rare foil common. Rare line. Rare divvy up. Foil common. Let's go. The whole thing. All right. Fucking, let's try not to overflow this shit. This is a cool looking card in foil. Let me get the water bottle all the way. Ooh. Okay. Oh, we have to be so careful. Okay. Right. Last splash of milk. Okay. And now the treasure pack. Let's see. All right. This is when we find out. This is when we figure out balls on stream or not. Oh, bum bum. Oh God, fuck. Oh, God, I don't have anything to wipe it up now. Just use my shirt again. Dude, it's actually like almost overflowing. Okay. There we go. The treasure pack. Ooh, it even like crinkles differently. All right. In the back, we got the treasure map. We got... Oh, golden cog. This is actually pretty... This is pretty rare. The... Oh, shit. Oh, no. Guys. I don't know if you can see that. My phone doesn't want to focus on it. That's a legendary. Okay. Olive oil. And now finally, let's see, the one of one or one of none. No. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh my God. Tip the barkeep. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This has to count, doesn't it? Shit. So, I forgot about that. This is also a legendary, but it's a special foiling called a gold foil. You can see like the borders all gold and stuff. I guess I have to count that as cold foil. So, 2 shots of olive oil and a little pepper. Welp. just the tip. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting a lot more than the tip. Oh God, it's so fucking fall. Don't take that out of context. Okay, let's open up the olive oil. God damn. Okay. Let's get this on camera. Here we go. Here's the extra virgin olive oil because we're playing a trading card game. Does this have a due date? Does this have like a goodbye date? I don't think so. Olive oil doesn't go bad, right? Because I know that. I mean, I'm only putting a little bit on. It can't hurt that much. This has been kind of in a bit. It's in my kitchen for a while. All right, 2 shots. 2 shots olive oil. I do not know how fast this pours. I do not know how fast this pours. Oh, fuck. Oh, there. Fuck, that's one. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's two. Oh, God damn it. All right. Oh, it's floating. It's floating. Holy shit. Let's get some light on that. All right, and the pepper. Let me seal this up. Wow, does this just like turn forever? No, okay. All right. How much pepper? How much pepper am I willing to subject myself to? Which one is, okay, there's the perforated side. All right. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's a lot more pepper than I wanted. Okay. Well, we have to mix this now. Do you have a shaker? No, I don't. I'll leave you with this real quick. All right. Unopened extra virgin olive oil has a shelf life of 12 to 18 months, but once opened, its shelf life reduces to 3 to 6 months. Well, I didn't, I could have put more in. This might only kill me a little. You have to pepper in that You got a gold foil. No. That's god damn it. Okay. All right, let's mix this shit. They call me the mixologist. It's also like, yeah, get to the bottom so yeah, you can see the ketchup kind of stirring up. Oh, fuck. Do I have to finish this? God damn it. Dude, you can't really tell in the lighting, but this is fucking horrifying. Oh, God. This wasn't even like an amazing box. I'm trying to stir it, but like this shit just doesn't mix. Oh, ew. Okay. Look at that sparkle, baby. Look at that. It's like champagne. They called you the juice box. Now you're the drink. Did they ever call me the juice box? Oh, dude, I'm gonna smell it. Hang on. Uh, no, that's okay. There we go. All right. I'm just looking at it. Oh, fuck. I actually can't, like, I don't think I can drink this. I can't drink this whole thing. I can't drink this whole thing, dude. I can't. I can't. Why the fuck? Oh, shit. I don't even like olives, man. Oh, no. Fuck. Dude, I do not want to do this shit. Okay. I have to like mentally steer myself. All right. Okay. Lesson learned. Okay. If I don't, if I just like hold my nose, but I've only got one hand. If I just like, if I just don't breathe through my nose, I'll give it like a good gulp. I'll give it like one good gulp, and I'll see what it's like. Okay. I if I don't breathe in through my nose, I can minimize a decent amount of the flavor. As long as you take one big gulp, that should satisfy the flesh and blood contract. Okay. Tip the barkeep, I guess. You know what they say. Bottoms up, and the devil laughs. Oh, it dripped on me. Okay. 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 Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, I had to focus really hard. Okay, I had to focus really hard not to throw up right then. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, I can feel it. It was like, dude, the oil was on my lips. Oh my god. Okay. I just have to like physically stop myself from retching. And I think I'll be fine. I just have to not let it get to me. Dude, that was not the tiniest gulp ever. Do you have a good drink as a chaser? I guess I have regular water. Okay, that kind of washes me out. Oh, frankly, I would rather see balls than vomit. Oh, okay. Dude, I literally have to like loosen my waist belt right now because any pressure on my stomach is gonna feel really bad. Okay, okay. Oh, I have Crystal Light over here. Okay, that's better. It's like a, I got like a peach iced tea right now. Oh fuck. Okay. Dude, I'm not drinking that again. I am not. I'm not doing that again. Holy shit. That was enough for me. That's if I have another gulp, I think I'm actually gonna throw up. I'm actually gonna vom. Okay. Okay, you know, I would call this a moderate success. Why don't we look through what we opened? Just take a look at the anything of value. We did open some good stuff. I did open some good stuff. Oh god, there's so many cards. What do I want to do first? You know what? I'm gonna take the milk back real quick, just before it goes bad, and the ketchup. Okay. Okay. Needs more ketchup. I don't think it needed more. I don't think it needed more. Okay. I'll just, yeah, wipe that down. I don't want to damage anything. Okay, let's go through and sleeve some of the more valuable stuff up. I guess we'll start with what I opened out of that treasure pack. Should like put all that in its own what'd you call it? Its own pile. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna get my mat out. And we'll use that as a get my playmat out and we'll use that as a base of operations. Dude, it smells bad. It smells bad. The final shout. This is the part where you'd have the Mario 64 credits music play while you show off your cards. If this was like a pre-recorded thing, and then the final shout you taking that gulp from the shit drink. Okay, so tip the barkeep and golden cog. Flatten that out. Yeah, here's my sleeves. I'm gonna sleeve these up very gingerly. The lonely drop of milk. How much are these going for? Oh god, I don't. It's too hard to get to my keyboard. I'm gonna grab my laptop. Let's go through the individual prices of some of these valuables. Just double check. Oh god, there's like a fucking aftertaste from the pepper. Mm. All right. Flesh and blood. There we go. Okay, tip the barkeep. How much is this going for? Tip the barkeep treasure pack. This card is on pre-sale $70. All right. So, okay. Make sure. Okay, cool. $70. So how much is the golden cog? Golden cog treasure. $7. Let's get this sleeved. And this might be the most valuable thing. I'm actually probably gonna go ahead and also, do I have another top loader around here? Yes, I do. They had to have done that on purpose. Tip the barkeep and golden cog. That was literally the joke from day one. Because, okay, the golden cog, I don't know if you noticed this. It's a mechanologist card, and it uses one of the mechanologist keyword mechanics, crank. So the goal of the hero who uses these is to crank the golden cog. That's what you're doing. You're literally declaring that on the table that you are cranking that golden cog. You're gonna crank your golden hog. Okay. Let's get this loaded up in extra protection. This is the only other top loader I have, so we'll be diligent. Okay. And then, so those are the two big ones, but oh god, where was it in this giant pile? I gotta like split this shit up now. Just gonna sift through it by hand. Looking for... Conqueror. Where was the Conqueror? Somewhere here. Jeez, there's so many cards. That's the real chase, one of the big chase cards of the set. Now I have 2 copies, that's actually kind of big, but I don't really have a use for them. I don't really have a use for them. Oh, Preach Modesty. Ah, right. They were in the same pack. Forgot about that. Okay. Alright, how much are... And then, alright, so Conqueror of the High Seas, Preach Modesty. And what was that? There was like the expansion slot card that I opened. Ah, I can see it poking out. Herald of Sekhem Nuts. Am I right? I think that was... How many Majestics did I feel like I opened a couple more Majestics. How much is Conqueror going for right now? Oh god, dude, it's on my burps. I just burped. The fucking drink is on my burp. This card is going for 65 per copy. Preach Modesty is... about $14. And Herald of Sekhem. Ooh, this card's actually $10. Okay. I'm back. What did I miss? I drank it. I wish you the best, but I could also wish I could bet on you throwing up like salty, but I did not. I was real close to, though. I was real close to it. Yeah, let's get this Conqueror sleeved up. And then these 2 as well. I have no use for these, so these are just like, I'm going to try to find a buyer for them. Actually, there's a guy who plays Prism at my store. Who is the only light illusionist in the game, so he might actually want that. What does that do? When this attacks you, put a yellow card from your hand in your soul. If you do, deal 2 arcane damage to any target. Is that good? I don't play illusionist. I don't know if that's good. You escaped unscathed, or at least balls unsheathed. Yeah. No, balls... Oh, yeah, balls sheathed. Sorry, yeah. Balls unsheathed. What else did I open? I opened, like, a little bit more. Right? In, like, the Majestic slot. Let me just, like, shift my hand. I wish I had a webcam so that I could actually point it at my hands while I'm doing this. Ah, sea legs. Yeah, sea legs. That one's pretty... There's actually... Yeah, that's pretty good in a specific class. Even though it's a generic. Okay. And I think this is the last pile. I'll try to kind of try to show on stream. Ooh, not as much in this pile. It's also just a big pile. Oh, I got that pirate block, didn't I? Did I not? I could have sworn I got that, that was a Majestic that I pulled. I swear that was somewhere in here. Oh, wait. It's over here. I have too many piles. So... I mean, there's like 16 cards in each pack, and there's 24 packs. I can't do math, but that's a lot of cards. Oh, I can see it peeking out. Oh, Cogworks Dovetail. I don't actually know if that card's good. And... Dude, I swear I had that pirate block card. What would have been the method for the balls reveal? Over the waistband or through the zip? Or would you have just been extra spicy and just full pants down? I would have talked it up like I wasn't going to do it. And then I would have, like, accidentally, like, switched my camera down and I would have just been wearing nothing. Or no, I promised only balls. That was my problem. Or that's a problem for that in that case. Yeah, I guess I would have to only I have to like strategically move. I guess I could have to strategically unzip for that. Where the hell is this bullshit? I know I opened one more M. On. Come on. No. Where the fuck is it? Dude. Everyone saw that. I had like a whole thing. That's the one I was talking about. It's a block and it lets you flip a card engraved face down. I'm confused. Unless I just completely missed it in one of these other piles. I had to split it up into like there's like 4 or 5 piles now, and I can't keep track of which ones I've looked through. Yeah, I should have just like separated them. Dude, I can smell the drink from here. I'm gonna like be extra thorough in washing that out. Dude, I cannot find it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Sunken treasure. Okay, so what are these going for at this point? Okay, sunken treasure. Is it a treasure? Sunken treasure is going for 25. This is a $25 card. Sea legs is going for $15. And Cogworks Dovetail is $13.50. Okay. So I don't need like any of these cards. Really. I might hold on to the Conquerors. I might. Those might go up in value. I don't know. Maybe I should hold on to the Sea Legs. Okay. I could be let's be economical. Like what's the strat here? So, all in all, if I look at the overall value of everything I pulled, these are worth like already like $60, I think, together. And then Conqueror is already another like $60, $50 card. And I have two of them. Sekhmet is also like 15. Preach Modesty is like 10. Sea Legs was going for, I forget what I said. Sunken Treasures was like $25. So this is actually like, I don't really need any of these. I actually don't really need any of these cards. If I were to find buyers for them and I sold them at even just like kind of around market price, the box itself cost me $100. They should cost 90, but tariff bullshit. Oh, Barkeep was 70 and Cog was 7. Okay, right. So it's still like 80. So those two cards, these two cards by themselves, assuming I can sell both of them, are worth the value of like 65% of the whole box. And the rest is made in like these. So I might I don't know what I'll do with Sunken Treasure. I will almost certainly try to find some kind of a seller for this card, the Cogworks Dovetail, because I do not need a mech card. Preach Modesty also is kind of useless to me. I don't know any ninja players who would want it. I might be able to find someone in my area. And Herald of Second I definitely do not need. I don't think I will ever be playing Prism. Conqueror I might hold on to. This is kind of like this is like I guess what you'd call a power card, specifically for pirates. There are 3, I guess technically 4 pirates in the game now, and the Ranger one, Marlin, I probably will not run this in her, but it doesn't hurt to have like 1 or 2 copies around, and I already have 2 copies here. And I could see this going up in value, actually. Especially actually as time goes on. Something that you'll see occur is that the longer you get from a set's release, certain like high value power cards like this just tend to go up in value because of supply, right? Supply and demand interplay. So having 2 of that, I might actually hold on. And where is it? Sea Legs. So Sea Legs is really good in one class, which is Brute. When this card is discarded, create a Gold Kiss Rum token. Gold Kiss Rum token basically just lets... it's a thing that gives you a combo extender, and Brute is a class that does not have a lot of combo extenders, and they really like to discard cards. Their whole deal is that they play attacks that discard and then draw cards, and then depending on you like roll the dice, depending on the power of the card, like the power value down here, they'll get like bonus effects on the thing that they just played. So you're like rolling the dice that you're gonna get a favorable roll. Of course, you're also building the deck in such a way that you're probably most cards in the deck are gonna be hitting the required threshold, which is around 6 power. But Sea Legs, when this is discarded, create a Gold Kiss Rum. So first of all, it triggers that. It meets the 6 power requirement. And if you have this in your hand and you've got something that requires you to discard, you can discard this and create basically a combo extender, which Brutes don't typically get. So they really like this card. And Brutes have not gotten support in a bit. So that's why this is like a $25 card right now. Plus, now no one knows, this isn't confirmed, but there's been a lot of theorizing that the next set is going to be Brute focused, or at least have a focus on the Brute class as one of the classes. Just because of like certain things they've covered. There hasn't been... Brutes haven't been in a set for a bit. And they tend to kind of focus sets around particular regions of the world, and there is one region with a lot of the brutes hail from, and they haven't done that one yet. So they're thinking, and this might I mean, like, okay, so last set they had this card called Shelter from the Storm, and last set was based around, like, it was draconic and royal, and it was all like the like Asian, like fantasy Asian region with like the gold and dragons and lava, and they've got like volcanoes and shit. But they had this random card called Shelter from the Storm, which was really good. It was a generic, which means any class can run it, but it depicted pirates on it. And then next set is pirates. And I just think it's kind of interesting that you have this set, High Seas, and you've got this very good generic, although it's only good in a specific class. And there isn't like a brute on here, but just makes you think. It just feels like a very intentional design. That, like, this wasn't even put in the expansion slot. This wasn't like designed specifically for brutes, which is interesting. Especially if there aren't any reprints coming out anytime soon. I mean, not for this set. There were reprints in this set, but of older cards. So, I mean, they're probably not going to be I mean, they're not going to be reprinting Conqueror for a while. You know, they do not. This game puts out 3 to 4 sets per year. They've actually said that their maximum is 4 sets. So, this is the second set of the year. There's going to be a set entirely focused on one class, Guardians. They're calling it the Guardian Mastery Pack. That's coming out, I think, next month. I don't play Guardians, so I don't have to pay attention to that. So, what was I saying? Right. So not a whole lot of. So then there's going to be one more. So there's like one more set that's going to come out probably around November or so. And we know what the first set of the year is going to be. It's going to be like the part 3. They've done 2 sets focusing on like the light versus shadow heroes. And they said there's going to be a part 3 to like wrap that up. And that's going to be the first set of next year. Imagine if the hero boss of that one is a Russell Crowe lookalike. Actually, the last set to have brutes in it was called Heavy Hitters, and it was based around like a gladiator arena. It took place in like or it depicted a part of the world that was like a big lawless part of the world with a gladiator and like a fight pit and everything. It was pretty cool. So they do have, and there is a gladiator hero. His name is Olympia. He's bad. He's bad, and everyone wants him to be good because he's so cool looking. Back from union meeting, they give us a 6-minute clock-in grace period. That's funny. Well, Couch, you missed me almost throwing up from the most horrifying drink ever composed by a human mind. Oh fuck, I got milk on the most valuable card in my box. Okay, it's fine. That's why you put it in a top loader, baby. That's why you put it in a top loader. I did make back technically the value of the box and then some. Didn't get some of the cards I really wanted, which were some of the Majestic Ranger cards, which is a bit of a bummer. But I did get a couple other Ranger cards to kind of fill me in a bit, and I can probably, if I can find some local buyers. Funny you mention the union meeting, Couch, because what I would typically be selling this on would be TCG Player, but right now they're having a union busting scandal, and so there's kind of a boycott of them. I'd rather not use them at the moment. They're owned by eBay, and eBay's being really scummy. They had an office, the TCG Player office unionized, and then eBay closed the office, which is pretty obvious retaliation. Uh, there's definitely worse than that. Oh yeah, there's definitely worse than that. Sometimes, obviously, the gamble you make when you open a whole booster box is that you might just completely crap out and not make even close to the amount you spent on it. But typically, I would say Fab is a game where obviously you hear the stories of people. If someone, so that's the funny thing is that you don't hear about someone like me who opens like the value of the box plus a little bit more. You only ever really hear people talking about when they totally like crap out. um, so if you go look online, it's worse. But generally, what I found from actually talking to people is that in general, if you get a box, you will probably make your money back. That's what it tends to be. The game is like exploding right now, which partially helps it. There is a dearth of supply, just because the game has become a lot more popular over the last year and a half, and so um, they just have not had. And anytime you see anything in a trading card game, you have to assume that the decision to print it was made like at least a year before you even found out about it. It's not a very agile industry. Decisions are made well in advance. So when you hear about like, was this card short printed, or was this card, or there's not enough supply and all that, um they're making the decision they are making decisions in like not a stable environment. They have to a year ago they essentially had to put in orders to make a year to 6 months ago they had to put in orders to make like about as much as they thought was realistic, and then maybe that number changed, right? Also, those fucking tariffs that hit a few months ago. For instance, so the tariffs have really fucked supply on a lot of stuff. Like, and that has to do with distribution. You might be like, well, how is distribution affected? Because all the distributors freak the fuck out and they start pulling their orders because they're like, fuck, people are not going to be ordering as much. Distributors or suppliers, or what would it be like? Let's say a store. Like, oh fuck. Um, to buy a box of high seas, right? To stock your card store or your game store, you're suddenly that's going to be like, I mean, I told you, like, I bought this box for like 200, sorry, not 200, about $110. It should have been 90. It's $20 more expensive. Holy fuck, right? Imagine for the store, suddenly like your supply becomes $20 more expensive and you weren't expecting that. So the suppliers and the distributors are like, oh fuck, people are not going to be buying as much, and they start fucking pulling shit in. It gets really weird, and they're holding on to stuff. And what we're seeing now, again, because these are not agile industries, is the ripple effects, the long-term ripple effects of decisions that were made like 3 months ago are now affecting, June. And so the tariffs have a very like many unintuitive, let's call it, effects. Thankfully, so like my local store only got, I don't know how much, they didn't say exactly how much, but they said only a portion of the order that they put in. So they didn't even get the full order. And so we're like, oh shit, we might have to, when we run draft events where you got to crack a whole box open and then spread that around amongst like 8 people, we might have to not be able to do as many draft events. We might not be able to, might have to cut back on that, or maybe we're not going to have as many packs on the display, right? Or we're not going to be able to sell boosters off. Thankfully, I actually pre-ordered my box. So, this would, if they weren't going to give it to me, I was going to be a little upset, right? But they honored my pre-order. And so I was able to walk out of the pre-release event with a box. So that was nice. But they were very honest and like, hey, if you didn't pre-order, you might just like not be able to buy a box. Like we just have to keep a certain amount to run events. What be this terror if? The terror riff. Kind of funny that we're talking about pirates and, you know, trade. Haha. I've always had kind of goofy fucking luck when it comes to games, so I might get lucky if I get into this and buy a box to try and sell shit. I mean, I'm not one for getting super deep into the economics and the trading side of stuff, but if you want to, Fab is in a very interesting place. I really like this game. I think this is the best trading card game on the market. It has a very unique it's very unique gameplay. I think someone asked, is this off-brand Magic? And that's the thing, right? Is like a lot of games, a lot of TCGs come out and they're just like Magic, but our version. And it's just sort of difficult to maintain that or to like build that up when you're competing with Magic the Gathering. And like you might have a great take on Magic, but it is still Magic. Now there's actually a bit of a larger hole in the market because Magic's been pissing people off more lately, and some people are like bleeding out of the game. But Fab is like completely separate from that because I wouldn't even compare this to Magic. It's a completely different feel. It's a totally different game. The idea of the closest comparison is honestly like Pokemon, sort of. Just because it's like one-on-one fighting with like you're pulling cards that are, you know, effects and stuff, but you're not like really fighting with your hero. Your hero has a weapon. But you're fighting with the cards, like Conqueror of the High Seas, and you throw a big ass pirate ship at them. And it just, I don't know, this game is balanced in a very tight, interesting way. It definitely skews more on the competitive side. But if you like that and you're down for that, there's probably more of a casual, like my store's kind of casual. That was you that said that, yeah. My store's kind of casual. Uh, but we still have a great time, right? Like we're not all like fucking training, grinding for nationals and all that. Um, but if you enjoy like a really interesting competitive experience, I think Fab has like the most. It's probably the most skill expressive game on the market. Like most card games are like play one card, pass your turn. Fab is you use your entire hand every turn, and then at the end, you draw back up to like 4 cards. And the whole game is about the resource system. I guess I'll just go into like a quick explainer because I'm a nerd for this. Let me actually use some more applicable like main deck cards. So you pay for cards. This is like the cost in the top right by pitching other cards. So every card is worth a certain amount of resources, 1, 2, or 3 in like this top corner you can see. Also demonstrated by, actually, yeah, we've got a red, blue, and a yellow. The little color strip. So red pitches for 1, yellow for 2, blue for 3. So you're like, okay, I want to play Cogworks Zeppelin. It costs 2. So I'm gonna pitch Teeth of the Cog to play that, and now I can play it. So you start with like a hand of 4, but with 1 card, you're now down to 2. Paying for 1 card, you're now down to 2. And there's like this whole like action economy. You can only take technically 1 action per turn, but there's cards that let you essentially refresh your action point and all that. It's really interesting. Ever heard of Yomi? Yes, I have. That's the David Serlin game, right? I've seen that. I don't know anyone who's ever played it. I don't know anyone who's ever actually played it. I don't even know really how it works, although I'm sure it's fighting game inspired, which Fab is actually compared often to a fighting game. In fact, that's how I got into it because I heard there's like a video called Flesh and Blood is a fighting game. That's pretty interesting and got me intrigued by it. That was the first I'd ever heard of it. Final Fantasy like the Final Fantasy. Oh, right. missed a couple comments. Kind of funny that at the same time players are getting sick of Wizards of the Coast and their bullshit, they're coming up with more and more of these big collabs to get people back. Well, that's the reason people are getting sick of Wizards. At least a lot of people that I've heard of is that well, it's an interesting dichotomy because I pay attention to Magic. I don't play it, but I do pay attention to it just because I like games. I like card games, right? And the Universes Beyond stuff, all the crossover stuff, sells extremely well. It sells really well for them. They wouldn't be doing it if it didn't sell so well. But at the same time, so it has this weird effect where it brings in a lot of like new players. And a lot of those people you could say are maybe like surface level. Like some of them are going to stick around, some of them won't. Some they're going to play for a while. Some of them might become like semi-casual or like mid-core is a term that's being used more now. But a lot of those people you're going to imagine are just kind of like flake off. They're going to come in because the Warhammer cards or the Final Fantasy cards or the Lord of the Rings cards. And then maybe some of those will be converted into like hardcore Magic fans. But it's very... It's like disproportionately negative for the hardcore Magic fans. So you've got this weird thing where it brings in a ton of new people, but alienates a lot of the core audience who really don't like the feeling of playing with like fucking Doctor Who or Fortnite cards. There's Fortnite cards if no one knows. Most of the guys buying those cards won't even play at all if they just want the cards for collection purposes. I feel like Pokemon is much more of the collection game. Like, I know people play Magic to collect. Actually, with the Universes Beyond, that's probably the point you're making, is that the Universes Beyond is about, like, collecting and stuff. That's another complaint, is that they focused a lot on collectability and all that, and less on the game. That's something I like a lot about Fab, which is, certainly it is collectible, right? I have a big ass collection back there, and I'm gonna have to sort all these fucking cards. But the value of cards is sometimes driven by scarcity, right? Or rarity. But oftentimes it's because like a card is good. It's like playability. It's like an intersection of playability and supply, right? A shitty Majestic, a shitty Legendary is not going to be like paying your college tuition, you know? No one's really going to want to like buy that. You're going to maybe find someone who's going to pay a decent price for that. But I mean, there are common cards that are uber popular from the first set when the print run was fairly small. And they're commons, right? But they'll go for like $4. Just crazy. A common should go. I would expect most commons to go for a couple cents, like 10 cents, right? $4. Oh my god, orders of magnitude more expensive because popularity and scarcity, and a combination of those two. I wanted to come in for the Godzilla cards, but after 2 hours of my friend trying to teach me the basics, I gave up. I feel like Magic, your friend might have just been really bad at teaching. Universes Beyond is about the collection rather than fun, and then just imagine playing some commander deck and some dickhead has a mishmash of Street Fighter cards, Fortnite cards, Doctor Who, Godzilla, and Final Fantasy, LMAO. Yeah, I mean, that stuff's really silly. I don't know. Individually, okay, how do I describe this? So, like, when they showed off those Street Fighter cards, I was like, oh, Street Fighter. Let me look at those Street Fighter cards. Oh, they gave Ryu the tap or untap symbol to do his Hadouken. Because that's, like, the motion for a Hadouken. That's really funny. That's cool. But then, like, I didn't start playing the game. I say to some of my friends who play Magic and they talk about this shit, and I go, wow, they make a really great game for people who don't play the game from the sounds of it. Like, I look at like the Warhammer stuff and I'm like, ooh, what a cool capturing of these characters in whoops. What a cool capturing of these characters in card game form, in the mechanics of Magic the Gathering. And then I don't want to play the game. I don't really feel like playing the game. So it's yeah, it's pretty it's a weird situation. It's one of those things where there's no game that's going to be the Magic killer. Magic's going to kill itself, essentially. That's sort of how these things go. That's the lesson we've learned, I think, from stuff like World of Warcraft and all that. I say killer, right? Halo, let's say. It's not that like any game is going to come out that's going to be bigger than that. It's going to be, eventually this game is going to alienate its core audience, and they are going to slowly sort of bleed out, and you're going to have a more finicky surface level audience that doesn't really care as much. And if you piss those people off, they're much less likely to stick around than the really entrenched players. I'm just gonna like separate all the Ranger cards for now. Yeah, I don't know what they call it, the social dynamics or the community dynamics of games is interesting to me to track that stuff. There's a dinosaur that if attacked and it doubles, then those double as well. Dinosaurs and troll-based cards. I barely understood that, but it does sound funny. Is that are those Magic cards that like dinosaur double? I like dinosaurs. I'm never gonna complain about dinosaurs. Remember when Tower Fantasy was called the Genshin Killer? God, I do remember that. Man, I can't believe they're still doing that. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Can't believe they're still doing the such and such killer. It's never worked. It has literally never worked. Although I feel like nowadays that's less coming from the marketing side and more coming from the community side. And a lot of it is like there's this weird dimension to current like online content creation as a job where there are probably people who see a new game coming out and they're like, well, shit, I can't establish myself as the Genshin Impact guy. So let me try to pump the stock, like literally pump like the social stock of a different game, Tower of Fantasy, and say, this is going to be the Genshin killer. So that when Tower of Fantasy comes out, I'm going to be around and I'm going to take advantage of it. That totally has to happen, right? And to be honest, I mean, it's not a bad idea if you want to make gain some kind of an audience online. It's not a bad idea to invest in a game that you think is promising. Actually, there's a lot of fighting game YouTubers who are really good, and they got their start. They started like in late Street Fighter V, and they kind of got their chops editing and writing, or doing their commentary, whatever was their thing. I love you, Redfin Harpoon. And look, the main mechanic of these harpoon cards is called Go Fish, and you literally play Go Fish with the opponent when it hits. They show you a card, and if it's a certain kind of card, in this case a red card, they discard it. But if you like power it up with a cannon, which is like a Pirate Ranger weapon, you get to choose the card. It's so cool. They're really fun. I played with them on Simulator. They're very fun. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, they started in like late Street Fighter V, and they kind of built their chops in that game. And then when 6 came out and suddenly had a big audience, it was like, oh, well, here's someone with a ton of experience. Well, a much more experience, and they can actually capitalize on that. Like, it's not a bad idea. It's just really silly. It manifests in silly, sometimes humiliating ways. You know what I mean? The card is attacked, it turns into two. Then those two are attacked, it turns into four dinos. It's a splitting dino. It's like a slime. Slime dino, a slimo. It's like a curse on the game if you build or market it that way, like the Madden curse. I'm hoping the Madden curse is broken because I really don't want the Eagles to be shit this year, especially after such a banger of a season last year. I don't follow football at all, so for your sake, I hope the Eagles kick some ass this year. I guess I should be rooting for what the um 49ers or something. Maybe the Bears. I don't know. The Bears. I'm from Chicago, but I've never been like a sports. I don't even really care. Like I don't know. I remember when the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup, and it's funny living in California because people don't give a shit about hockey, but in Chicago where you have actual snow, it's a much bigger deal. And when I guess I'll the fucking stupid rusty harpoon. Um, I remember when they won, and I was like, okay, cool. It just I don't know. It's never been a big deal to me. I remember when Rob TV was a fighting game commentator, and now he's a regular ass YouTuber who makes content reacting to music. Brian F is really good about that though. Brian F was the one who was like, go do that shit. Go start making videos now and like build a little audience so that when Street Fighter 6 comes out and it's gonna have guaranteed hype, you will have a guaranteed pop, right? Guaranteed, at least for a bit. Ew, 49ers? Dude, I don't know, man. I just live here. The Bears have been ass, unfortunately. No, not the Bears. The Bears. It is fun. It is fun to pull out the accent. I root for the Steelers because my dad's from Sharon, Pennsylvania, baby. Yeah. Let's go. I'm just gonna root for every team. Yeah, Steelers. CM Punk is my favorite wrestler, so he's always talking about hockey and shit. That's funny. Okay. So I'm probably gonna get singles. Oh, so technically the cards are not legal for sale. I mean, you can obviously sell privately, but you're not like allowed to sell them until release. So technically we're in like the pre-release period right now where you get access to cards, you can get boxes, but you got to go to your local store and usually like participate in events. It's for community, right? There's a big focus on community in this game. There's a big focus on like building community. The reason it's called Flesh and Blood is because you're meant to play it in person, like in the flesh and blood. There's no official online client, and they've said that there never will be because they are dedicated to the idea that you're going to sit down in front of another motherfucker and you're going to play cards at each other. So I can't technically sell anything. I guess I could. But oh, sorry, can't buy. It's harder to buy stuff right now because the set officially releases tomorrow. And I'll be able to get stuff. So I want to get the rest of the harpoons. And honestly, it's mostly the harpoons. The harpoons are like really fun. All the Go Fish cards. I do like JM Crofts. Well, Crofts was making videos for a long time. He's like honestly he's making videos for forever. he was just doing it already, and it's just like, oh cool, fighting games are up now. I'm from New York, but I met Donovan McNabb when I was a kid, so I've been a longtime Eagles fan. Does he still play? I feel like I remember hearing a McNabb name dropped at some point, like recently. I don't know if he still plays. I'm ignorant. It's funny as hell though, because I moved to Seattle and then all the people here are the most shitty fair weather fans for the Seahawks. And the Seahawks were good, everyone cared. That's funny. That's funny. Fair weather fans for the those spineless Seattleans? Seattleites? Is that what they're called? What do you call yourselves? I don't like living in the Bay Area because the only way you can identify yourself is as a Bay Arean. And that just doesn't sound right. I'm a Bay Arean with especially when like the stereotypical California guy is like already kind of an Aryan, you know? Like blonde, blue hair, white guy. Blonde hair, blue eye, white guy. Okay. Oh, I got the yellowfin harpoon. I got this last night. I got the yellowfin last night. Someone's gem pack. McNabb has been retired for almost 2 decades now. Okay, he must have been in like an interview or something like that. That's why I heard about him. Seattle are coffee people. The coffeeites. See, satellites. Satellites and Seattleites. Blonde hair, blue eye, white guy who knows karate and throws fireballs and shit. That's like, yeah, that's what everyone like. I meet people from California. I meet other people from Cal. Oh, forgot about the Palantir Aeronaut. Yeah, actually. Ooh, this is so nice. Look at that. It's got like extended art, like the border, the bottom border is a little see-through. This card's very good. How much is this going for? I have a friend who plays mech. I will also sleeve that up. I have a friend who plays mech, and he was like, "This card is fucking crazy." Any card with the text thrice per turn instant. I mean, can it really be bad? How much is rainbow foil? Let me look that up. Rainbow foil Palantir Aeronaut. Come on, laptop. Let's look this up. Palantir Aeronaut. I'll look up the specific printing. It's still like C12. Okay, well, $18 for the regular. Rainbow foil 25. Nice. That's another 25 on the stack. I'll take the rabble. You might have actually remembered McNabb because on your Ultimate Gamer video where the guy was playing Madden, McNabb was on the screen. But was he? He probably was during the during the Madden episode. I haven't thought about that in a second. A lot of those people just kind of washed over me. Like when I had to introduce like the two guys he was playing with, I had to like really, I had to really I had to be real confident to sound like I knew what I was talking about. I'm like, yeah, he was a 3-time Hall of Famer. Whatever. Put face up in your arsenal of the top card of your deck. That's gonna be really good in Azalea too. Ah. These all the Ranger cards I open? I think so. I think so. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, mostly commons, although honestly, a lot of the common ranger cards in this set are quite good. Scouting shot is good. For a specific hero. Sick'em shot's okay. Blue headshots. What's not? And then call into big guns. Oh wait, hang on. I got this whole other stack. Yeah, harpoon's good. Tangling shot. It's pretty decent. Rusty harpoon is nonsense. Hook. Call into big guns red. You want the red versions. So I mentioned that cards can either they can pitch for 1, 2, or 3, designated by red, yellow, and blue in the color strip as well. The difference, so cards will come in multiple colors. So I probably have like another, yeah, I've got a yellow call in the big guns. So you'll notice the red one buffs your next arrow for 3, if it wants to focus, and the yellow one buffs it for 2. So that's the distinction between typically the more it pitches, they're all just like shifting numbers around. So the more it pitches, the more, or typically like the less damage it will do, or the less benefit you'll gain, because you're adding 1 and subtracting 1. Line is good, or I like line at least. Drop the anchor is really good into specific matchups with the allies. So it's nice to actually get like full play sets, I think, of like most of the commons now. Just cuz. Red fin harpoon, my love. Another red fin. I think that puts me up to 3. Swift shot is real good. Let's go again. Dry powder shot. Ooh, this one's so good. A 0 for 5. With its own self buff. And yeah, just some headshots, scaring shots, more swift shots. And another yellowfin. Okay. Not actually that much that I have to pick up. I think this will actually be a relatively cheap deck for me to get the rest of it. That's nice. It's actually kind of funny that on a whim I pulled up your videos last night and then here you are live opening cards threatening to show your balls. Woot, I just got to 2000 elo in Pokemon random battles for the first time. Pokemon random battles? Is that like official online, or what is it called? Smogon? Whatever like the fan client is. Are you going to be live tomorrow for the Summer of Jeffy stream? Oh, no, actually, I'm visiting my girlfriend. I totally forgot that was. Wait, no. Yes, I am. Wait, I am visiting her. We will probably watch it in the background, but I will not be live for it. I mean, look, we already got essentially Marvel vs. Capcom 4 announced. What more do I need? Am I right? What more do I need? Pokemon Showdown. Okay. Still can't get over that I was here when you were live for the Jeffies where Bill Clinton guy showed up. That clip is awesome. That is such a funny clip. Like, I rewatched it the other night because I saw a clip of Matan, the kid. And, dude, our reaction is so good. I'll be real. Me and Prox are like, we were talking and then we're like, we go silent exactly when he starts talking, just enough for us to actually see what happened, see the moment, and then go, what was that? All right, well, speaking of, I'm actually going to be on my friend Prox's stream in about an hour, so I am going to clean up. I'll bring it to a close here. I'm going to clean up, dump this fucking drink. It's making me sick to look at it. And probably lay down for a bit. Hang on. Camera. There we go. Well, I hope this was a lot of fun, or at least was kind of interesting. I mainly got this box for fun. I thought it would be fun to open it on stream. Uh yeah, the nice thing about Fab is that you don't really have to splurge on every single set that comes out, just the ones with the classes that you care about. So like I spent like 110 on that box, and I'll probably be investing in some more of the new Ranger cards. But like this is I don't think they're gonna have another Ranger set for like at least half a year, at least, maybe in like 2 sets from now. So I don't have to like even think about splurging on a new set for a while. Wash out that cup extra hard. This game seems cool. I might get into it at 100%. Yes, it's on tabletop sim. There are 3 main simulators you can play on. One is called Talishar, which is you can play online with that. One is called Felt Table, which is AI only, but um it's a little nicer. Talishar is like a little, I don't want to say clunky. I want to be nice to it because it's a great simulator. But it's a little bit old in the way that it's coded. Felt Table has some nice like effects and stuff. Um Also, you don't really have to worry about playing against other people. And then there is a tabletop simulator version if you care for it, or if you prefer tabletop sim version. But yeah, no, I really love Fab. It has a great community. The thing about Fab is I showed up with like literally I bought a pre-constructed deck to just like, okay, here's a playable deck that I just bought, and I showed up and people just started giving me stuff. Like I got playmats, I got sleeves, I got a deck box, and it just people being nice, and like people are very giving with like, oh, do you need, because people know prices are kind of a little crazy for certain cards, and it can be kind of hard to get stuff, and you typically like you don't open packs hunting for a specific card. So like what I did here was mostly just for fun and to get like a big collection. I like having a big collection of cards. Typically just buy singles when you want a specific card. It tends to be more cost effective that way. Uh, but people are like very giving with like, there's a couple people in my community that I can just go into our store's Discord and be like, does anyone have this? And someone will try to fish it out of a bulk. Are there any dice mechanics or nah? No, but you'll probably want dice just for like tracking stuff. I don't think there is like a couple cards where you have to roll dice, but they're pretty niche, and they're kind of like very specific. For the most part, you're using dice to just keep track of stuff, like putting counters on um tokens and stuff like that, instead of having like 5 copies of a token, just like put a little die on one. Or coins, no, there's no coin, actually no coin flipping. No, there are other ways of generating randomness, like for certain classes and effects, which is mostly done with like just drawing and discarding cards, and depending on what you discard, it'll be like a certain outcome or whatever. Yeah, no, it's very fun. It has a very giving community, and as a competitive experience, I think it's like one of the most interesting, skill-intensive games. It's the kind of game where you spend like 30 games losing, but I find that even when I lose, it's pretty interesting because the way, I won't get like too into the weeds, but the way the game is designed, you kind of naturally find your life totals sort of low by the end. Yeah. You got out of the pink zone. Yeah, I was out of the pink zone. Unfortunately, Mr. Meyer Pictures. Uh I'm just about at the end. The thing happened where like I was about to wrap up, and then I got on like a whole tangent. And this time about how Fab is like the best card game on the market. Oh, oh. But yeah, I would totally recommend people play this game. Oh, my camera's here. um, play this game, and actually maybe not. So there'll be more supply for me. But yeah, kind of hope they introduce a coin flip mechanic to a specific archetype. Hmm. If you like that, you should just play brutes, I'll be honest. There okay, I'll give you a little taste. In Blitz, which is the faster game format. There's like two main formats, classic constructed and Blitz. And Blitz it uses what are called young heroes. So there's adult heroes which are meant for classic constructed, and there is Blitz, which has young heroes which have like lower starting life totals and stuff because it's a faster game mode. And in Blitz, there is a brute hero named KO with two different versions. There's actually two versions of him. One of the versions, his effect is that every time you attack, you roll a die. If you get 4 to 6 on your roll, you double the power of the attack. If you roll 3 through 1, you have the attack. I played against a guy at a tournament, like a small local tournament, who was playing that version of KO, and he did not get a single high roll the entire time. It was crazy. It was so I felt a little bad. But yeah, there's some fun stuff like that. Um yeah, anyway, I am going to be wrapping up, and I hope everybody has a good time, a good day or whatever. If you want to catch me in about an hour, I'm going to be on my friend Prox's stream. You can see him on, I think he is on my channel, like channel boxed or something. There's no channel box anymore necessarily. There's like, I think he's under like friends or something like that. If you scroll down my channel homepage, I'll be there. He'll be there. And he usually streams like an hour from now. So yeah, hope everybody had a good time, and don't drink what I did. So with that, I'm going to bring us back to standby. Bye.